I'm Heather Edwards. I'm the author and illustrator of this book. It's called Tiny Quickfeet. It's about a pot who's got two little feet. And every time someone goes tickle, tickle, he finds out that it's another fairy tale character. It all started years ago because I used to like making pots. Then I looked at another pot. This one is called a Toby jug. He's a very old pot. In fact, he's called an antique. And it gave me the idea of having a modern pot who would go on lots of adventures. Maybe you'd like to join me and go on lots of adventures with Tiny Quickfeet. Tiny Quickfeet, written, illustrated and narrated by Heather Edwards. This is the best pot I have ever made, Mr. Clay chuckled as he made two tiny little feet from clay. I shall name you Tiny Quickfeet. Mr. Potter placed the bright yellow pot in the window for sale. What a magnificent pot, said Mrs. Flower. I'll buy that for my garden. The yellow pot liked sitting in the garden. Tickle, tickle. Who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's the raindrops falling into my belly. Crow flew down and looked inside the pot. He wanted a drink, but he couldn't reach the water. Tickle, tickle. Who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's Crow dropping pebbles into my belly. The water rose higher and higher until Crow could drink the water. Where did this pot of stones come from? Asked Mr. Flower. This is rubbish. He threw the pebbles and Tiny Quickfeet into the stream. Splash! Where's my pot? Shouted Mrs. Flower. Tiny Quickfeet floated along. Tickle, tickle. Who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's a rowdy brass pot bumping into me. Stay away, I shall get broken, he shouted. Glug, glug, answered Brass Pot, and sank to the bottom of the stream. Tiny Quickfeet floated quietly on towards the sea. What's that in the water? Asked a Chinese merchant, reaching down into the sea. Thank you for rescuing me, replied Tiny Quickfeet. The bright yellow pot sat with the fine silks. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. A tissue! Oh, the merchant has filled my belly full of spice. And the ship set sail. When the ship arrived in China, the merchant took the bright yellow pot and placed him for sale. Buy that pot of spice for my potions, a magician chuckled. The magician took the pot of spice back to his cave. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's the magician emptying the spices into the cauldron. Splash! Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, I'm covered with magic liquid and the magician has thrown me onto the floor. Tiny Quickfeet tumbled and tumbled into the cave below. Suddenly his one handle changed into a spout, out of which drifted a genie. I want that magic lamp, said the magician. I'm too old to climb down into the cave. Hello, Aladdin, would you like to earn some pocket money? He asked the boy. It was a long climb down into the dark cave. If you don't give me the lamp, I'll keep you prisoner, shouted the angry magician. Aladdin refused to pass the lamp and tried to light it. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. I'm the genie of the lamp. I will grant you a wish. Please take me home, pleaded Aladdin. Where have you been, Aladdin? Asked his mum. The magician played a trick on me, but a kind genie brought me home, he answered. Can I make a wish? Asked Tiny Quickfeet. You sure can, Genie answered. Can you take me home? Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, I've changed back into a pot. I'm back outside Mr. Potter's shop. Look, I've found a pot, said a traveller. Let's play a trick on the people in the next village. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, the men are cooking stone soup in my belly. We're making stone soup, shouted the two men. We need some more ingredients. The villagers added a carrot, seasoning, and more vegetables. I'll just remove the stone from the pot, then we can enjoy the soup, said the traveller. The next morning the travellers left, leaving behind Tiny Quickfeet. A little girl found the pot and took it home. If only this pot had food in it, I would say, cook, little pot, cook. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's porridge cooking in my belly. Oh, it's Genie granting a wish. The pot began to cook porridge. Remember to say, stop, little pot, stop, when you have finished, said Genie. The next day the girl's mother decided to make porridge. Cook, little pot, cook, she said. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's porridge cooking in my belly. The porridge bubbled and bubbled until a river of porridge flowed out of the door. The little girl's mother didn't know the magic words. Tiny Quickfeet floated away into the woods. Oh, I'm so tired, yawned Genie. Daddy Bear was walking in the woods. Wow, I can smell porridge cooking, he sniffed. He found Tiny Quickfeet and carried him to his cottage. Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear and Baby Bear sat at the table. There were 3 chairs, 3 bowls and 3 spoons. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, it's Daddy Bear pouring porridge into the bowls. Wow, this porridge is too hot, said Daddy Bear. Let's go for a walk in the woods while it cools. A visitor knocked on the cottage door, but there was no one in. This porridge smells lovely, said Goldilocks, so she sat down to eat the porridge. Crack! The chair broke and she fell on the floor. Goldilocks grabbed the bright yellow pot and ran out of the cottage. I'll sit down here and eat the porridge, she said. Suddenly there came a big spider and sat down beside her and frightened Goldilocks away. A leprechaun just happened to be walking in the woods. He saw the pot. I wish this pot was full of gold, he said. Tickle, tickle, who's tickling my tummy? Laughed Tiny Quickfeet. Oh, I've stopped cooking porridge. I'm full of gold. At last I have my pot of gold to place at the end of the rainbow, cheered the leprechaun. As if by magic, a rainbow suddenly soared into the sky. Look, a rainbow, shouted everyone. Let's go and dig for the pot of gold. One and all came from far and wide. They didn't realise they were searching for Tiny Quickfeet, the bright yellow pot they'd all owned and discarded previously. I hope you enjoyed the story about Tiny Quickfeet. He went on lots of adventures, didn't he? If you'd like to buy the book, if you press on the link below, it'll take you to Amazon.